Hello and welcome to the Fans Boxing Podcast, the podcast that asks the questions you want to hear. Hello people, I'd like to welcome to the show for the very first time, Norwich's unbeaten Super Featherweight, the much talked about ZMan Morris. How are you tonight, Zaiphan?
Oh, I'm very good, cheers mate. Training this morning and just spent the rest of the day chilling out with the family, so it's a good one, a normal Saturday, buddy.
That's great to hear, mate.
Yeah.
As everyone knows, when you come on the show for the first time, we'd like you to recap where it all started for you in boxing. You started late on in the white collar scene, Zaiphan.
Yeah, I started sort of with the white collar boxing and on the unlicensed scene. I was lucky enough to have on hand a very well run unlicensed scene sort of on my doorstep with regular shows in Norwich and stuff. So it gave me a start, gave me something to focus on, and train with something to look forward to, so I could fight on a good scene. And I really enjoyed my days on the unlicensed. But learnt a lot, but nothing quite prepares you for the pro days, buddy.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah.
What was the quality of opponent like on that circuit?
I tell you what, you look at you watch some unlicensed shows, and you see some stuff on YouTube, and I've got to be honest, some of it is terrible, and it's shameful, really. But I mean, like I say, I was really lucky. I mean, I had some top quality opponents, opponents that had, been in boxing a long time, and or again, people like myself who hadn't been boxing a long time but took it seriously, and trained hard and trained at good gyms, and they were good live opponents, So everything about the shows I fought on was good, good referees, good venues, and I had some really memorable nights there, and like I say, it set me up really, really well for the pro game. I wish I'd had a few amateurs under my belt, but I was late starting, and the only chance I had was with the unlicensed stuff. And like I say, I was just lucky it was a good unlicensed scene I was part of. So yeah.
Like you said, it's a pity you didn't go amateur, but Matt Smith's shows gave you a good platform at a later age to get into boxing. I can recall being at one of your fights a while back against a Lowestoft lad.
Yeah, well,
I think his name was Paul Wall.
Yeah, Paul Wall.
Bit of a dubious decision tonight,
yeah,
Zaiphan. Yeah. How do you see that, mate?
I didn't agree with the decision, and everyone knows I didn't. But we'll leave it at that, mate. I didn't agree with it. He obviously, I guess he did, and his camp agreed with the decision, but I disagreed with it, and my camp disagreed with it. I think quite a few people in the venue disagreed with it, but then that's how it goes. It's just one of them things. You after a little bit of moaning, you take it on the chin and you move on, don't you? So that's what we did. But listen, it was a very good fight, and hats off to Paul Wall. I remember the fight well. He was a great fighter, and I think he'd had a few amateurs once upon a time, and he was a good fighter. I've seen him fight since, and he's been in some cracking fights. Real tough lad, so yeah, one of them,
Brilliant. How did it come about you turning pro then, Zaiphan?
That's been a dream of mine since I was a kid, mate, to professionally fight. It's been like I say, a dream, a long dream of mine to turn pro and become a professional boxer. I just didn't know if I would ever be good enough, but I was confident in myself to know that I could work hard enough to make it happen, and that's what's happened with good people around me, the likes of Graham Everett, Darren Bunn, John Faxton, really sort of pushing me on, and they helped me believe in myself more, and we got there. So yeah, here I am now, 6 fights unbeaten, and loving every second of it, mate.
Yeah, everyone who follows your social media knows how much you're loving it. Yeah, as everyone knows, you've turned over with Graham Everett, John Faxton, Darren Bunn, and everyone at the Kickstock Gym. And you made your debut at the Mercy nightclub, Norwich, against the very durable Cass Hussein.
Yeah, Cass Hussein, yeah.
How did you deal with the pressure and the nerves and the excitement of going into that debut, especially being at home as well?
Yeah. It was a whole different ball game. I mean, I was preparing in the gym, obviously, like a madman, ready for my professional debut, and So, obviously there's a big difference in becoming a professional to anything else, whether it's amateur, unlicensed, anything, but I was well prepared. I'm in one of the best gyms in the country, if not the best, and the level of fighters they have in that gym and the level of coaching and managers and, I couldn't have been any better prepared for a professional debut. And so when it came to the night, there was pressure, there was a little sort of ball of nerves and anxiety and stuff, but it was that was all sort of overrun by the feeling of excitement. That's what I felt more than anything. I was excited to get in there. I felt like finally this is it. My dream's about to come true. Yeah, and I couldn't wait to get in there, and it was the best feeling in the world, mate. It really was.
I could only imagine on that one, mate. How does it feel to obviously share the gym with like the Walshes and obviously sparring them? That must be a great experience for you, Zaiphan.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I haven't actually had the pleasure of sparring with Liam. But
Really?
No, I haven't. But I've seen him spar, a lot of times and watch him, and you can learn just from that. But I mean, I've sparred quite a few rounds with Ryan, and obviously he's a British featherweight champion now. So what better sparring than that is there? And
of course.
To be fair, I've been in the sparring. I've been sparring in the ring with most of the boys in the kickstop. It just so happens that when Liam's sparring, I've not been there. And I learn off everyone I spar with, mate. Everyone, and I learned a lot from Ryan. I really did, and he pushes. No matter who it is, he'll push you to your absolute limits. So you got to really bite down on that gum shield, and sort of sometimes you have to get through it. But I mean that toughens you up and gets you ready for anyone. And like I say, we're really lucky in that kickstop. You've got people coming from around the country to come spar in there. And it's not just people in the gym; you get people from outside as well coming to spar, as well as top class amateurs. So you've got everything in there. You can't be at the kickstop and not be ready for a fight. It's impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on to your second fight, mate, at the Halls, Norwich. It's a beautiful backdrop to watch boxing at. How's it feel to actually fight there, Zaiphan?
It's a great venue. I love it there. I love fighting there. I love the feel of being there before the fight. It's just a great venue. I mean, when you walk into the venue and there's just you and someone else there, and you're talking before everyone starts filling the place up, it echoes already with just two of you in the room. So you can imagine when there's hundreds and hundreds of people in there going mad. It's such a good venue, and I love it there. It's a great place, and always look forward to fighting there, mate. Always. And like I said, Mervyn puts on a great show there. Mervyn Turner, my promoter from Shamrock, he puts on a great show there, and always look forward to it.
As all boxing fans know, at the early part of your career, you put in the tough, negative journeyman. Do you enjoy these kind of fights, like breaking them down round by round?
I enjoy fighting. Full stop. That's what. To become a professional fighter, it doesn't matter who it is in front of me. I just want to fight. But what I enjoy about fighting is trying to unlock people, trying to find that key to success, the key to winning, and it's not the same with everyone. You can't, anyone can stand there and have a fight. Two people can do that in the street, but this is boxing. You've got to work out stuff. You've got to open people up with a jab or a body shot. You need to see what works. Is it foot movement? Everything you train in the gym comes into play. So whether they're awkward and negative, that's fine. It doesn't bother me, because that means it's just my brain's got to work. And I need to work and see what I need to do to unlock them, and in the end you always do. So they're awkward, but I mean, if you can unlock these people, you can unlock anyone. These people box for a living the same as me. They don't go out there and get hurt, they don't go out there and get stopped, and they really come to have a go. So you've got to be on the ball, and that's all I can do is just go out there and win, and I'd like to think that's what I've been doing so far, mate, and keep them coming.
Could you talk us through your two fights with Joe Biden, please, Zaiphan? One win and one draw against him.
I just didn't perform on the night. Again, it's another one where I thought I'd just done enough to win. I really do, and a lot of people sort of agreed with that. But I mean, it's boxing. You've got to win the fight, and I suppose I didn't quite do enough to win the fight. But I mean, there's nothing. I'm not going to use any excuses or anything like that. It's just one of them things. It didn't happen on the night. It didn't come off, and I learned from it. I'll never make the same mistake again. I'll never leave it to chance or anything. I'll always go out there and win convincingly, you know, rather than leaving it to doubt, you know. So it's taught me, like I always say, and whether you win or you lose or you draw in this case, everything you do is always ammo for the next time. You got to learn all the time. So just one of them things that I learned from, you know. And we moved onwards, and I came back again with a good win. So I felt like, you know, I definitely learned from it. So, you know, and sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The first time we fought, I beat him pretty convincingly. To be fair, it was my second professional fight, and I still think to this day it was one of my best performances, especially for just my second fight. You know, and I beat him convincingly. All the rounds, you know, went my way. But like I say, it just didn't happen again the second time we fought. So, you know.
Obviously, a draw earlier on, that's not always a bad thing. It's just like a little slap around the face. You got to change a few things.
Yeah, it was exactly that. It was a slap around the face and a kick up the backside, and I felt I was in the gym the next day, you know, like with my war face on, ready to put it right, you know. So, it was a lesson, and a lesson learned, mate.
That's great to hear, mate. As everyone can see by your record, all your fights have been at home. Do you think it's important starting off locally to build a fan base?
Yeah, I've been blessed, like seriously blessed. I've got so many good people around me, whether it be in the gym, outside the gym, sponsors, you know, really good. And the support I've managed to get so far has been unbelievable. I honestly think when I look back, I don't know what I'm going to achieve in boxing. You know, I hope to achieve some good things. I don't know, but I think when I look back, one of the biggest and greatest memories is going to be the support I've had. It's just when you're in that ring, and they're all there, and you can see them, you can hear them. It's just it's next level. You know, it's indescribable. So yeah, you know, fighting in Norwich and the home shows and getting all these people around me, it's been great. But you know, the away fights will come. And it's just I'm still learning my trade. You know, I've had 6 professional fights, so you know it's just about learning all the time, and you know, picking up slowly but surely, moving onwards and all the time. And yeah, the away fights will come. I'm sure they'll come soon. You know, so that'll happen, and I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Another thing I've noticed lately, Zaiphan, at your fights, is everywhere I turn my head, I see a Team Z T-shirt. They're everywhere, mate.
Yeah, no, that was a good friend of mine. Jez. He sorted that out for us. You know, he got a load of Team Z T-shirts and hoodies and stuff sorted a long time ago. And you know, even that, you know, it's just surprising and overwhelming. Like all the time, people wearing these T-shirts. It's just strange. It's surreal, you know. And yeah, no, I can't thank them enough. It's a great show of support, and I've got nothing but love and respect for all these people. You know, they go to work. It's their hard-earned cash that they've gone to work for to come and watch me fight and come and support me and everything. And it's their time, it's their effort, everything. You know, and I can't appreciate it enough. And no, I love them all for it.
Yeah, they seem to love you just as much, mate.
No, cheers.
Moving on to that fight at the Halls. Late changing opponent for you, Zaiphan. How do you deal with that, buddy?
Yeah, it was, unfortunately. You know, I was. Well, I was ready for a tall, southpaw, you know, awkward fighter, and I got the complete opposite on the night. But that's no, look, that's professional boxing. It's boxing, and like I say, you got to be professional all the time, no matter what happens. You got to, you know, expect the unexpected all the time, and it's only down to the fact that you know, having like a top manager like Graham and promoter like Mervyn Turner, that I got a fight in the end. Anyway, you know, these things happen. Fighters pull out, they can get ill, they can get injured, they can not turn up. It's just one of them things, you know, and you got to deal with it. So I kept my game face on, let Mervyn and Graham do what they needed to do, and we got a fight and we got a good win, you know. So, yeah, that is what it is.
Like I said on the Graham show, that you were really elusive on the night and your footwork was on point. I was really impressed with you, and it seems like Graham was as well, and he said you were on course.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, getting the credit of people like Graham, who's, you know, he's had some unbelievable fighters, you know, to take charge of and under his care and stuff, and you know, he's one of the top trainers in the country. So, you know, getting credit of someone like Graham, you know, it means a lot, means the world, and yeah, that's all I try and do, mate. You know, my footwork and stuff. It's all stuff that we've worked on in the gym with John, with Darren. You know, and Graham, you know, repetition, the same things over and over. Obviously, you know, we bring new stuff in, but you just repeat everything over and over until you get it right. And even when you got it right, you get it better, you know, and all the time. Nothing's ever perfect. So, you know, the more you work on stuff, the more it comes off in the ring, and it's doing that now. You know, everything we're doing in the gym is slowly seeping into the ring come fight night, and that's the important time. You know, that's the important thing, and we're getting there, mate. And yeah, I'm feeling really good about my boxing at the moment. I'm happy with where I am, and yeah, I can't wait to progress some more. You know,
I know this weren't the minutes you wanted, but are you looking forward to testing your body over like the full 6, 8, 10 round fights?
yeah, definitely. I'm always super fit. You know, I'm just committed 100%. You know, so I always make sure I am super fit. I'm running every single day. I'm training every single day. You know, I do everything. I'm swimming, my diet, everything. So like, you know, 6 threes. I'm sparring 6 rounds regularly, sometimes more. You know, I'm ready for 6 threes. The only reason it was 6 twos was, look, yeah, he was a late replacement. I was giving a little bit of weight away on the night. He was a bit heavier than me, so you know, to make it, I had to cut. You know, it was 6 twos. You know, so that's what it was. But otherwise, that would have been 6 threes. You know, that's what I would have been fighting at. So yeah, I'm ready for that. That'll come, and I look forward to that. I look forward to more. You know, and you can really grow into a fight when you do more rounds. Obviously, it's harder work and stuff, but this is boxing. That's what we work at, and yeah, I can't wait for more rounds. Can't wait.
Because with your style, how you make people chase you around the ring with your footwork, you'll tire people out.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. You know, and yeah, my footwork's coming along nicely. My defence is something. I tell you, my defence used to be the worst part of my game, but it's probably the best part of my game at the moment. You know, and yeah, you know, if your footwork's not working, I'd like to think I've got other stuff to rely on. Like I say, we work on everything. So yeah, over 6 rounds. Like I said to you at the beginning, it's finding what works for your opponent, what locks to unlock. You know, what's going to win you the fight, and yeah, over a longer period, you've got more chance to find out what that is and work them out. So yeah, it's better for me. I'd like to think I'm a thinking boxer. You know, I'm not just a fighter, not just a brawler, not just someone that relies on one thing. I think a lot in there, you know, and so yeah, the longer rounds would suit me down to the ground, buddy.
You know, it's hard to say now. Do you think super featherweight will be your weight naturally going forward?
Yeah, I'm a super featherweight fighter. You know, that's what I am. I'm happy at that. I feel like I perform best at that weight. At the moment, who knows? Who knows what what's going to happen? I might get to the point where I'm more of a natural lightweight. It might get to the point where I can make featherweight. I tell you, if it was a championship fight and it was a 24-hour weigh and I could make featherweight, no problem at all. You know, that'd be fine. But I mean, that's strange. I think on a 24-hour weigh and I'd be strong at 9 stone. On the day, I'm strong at super feather at 9'4". But I came into that last fight lightweight, which is a 9'9" limit, and I was strong, capable, and still quick, and still and still sharp at that. So I think I'd be capable at that weight. So whatever my manager tells me, whatever Graham and the team tell me to do, is what I'll do, and that's what I'll fight at. You know, that's all I do is turn up to train and do as I'm told, learn more, and turn up to fight come fight night, mate. You know, like the other things like weight and stuff, that's down to them. You know, so.
As Graham mentioned on the last show, there's a couple of cards coming up for the Shamrock. Obviously, one in Essex and one in Norwich way. Do you know your plans going forward, Zaiphan?
No, I don't know too much at the moment, mate. I know that there's quite a few boys sort of looking to get matched up on the show and stuff. I'd love the opportunity to. Like I say, I love fighting, mate. So if they ran me up and said you're fighting tomorrow, I'd be there. So I'll be ready. I'll be training. I'm always in the gym, training hard. So. If I can get on any shows away anywhere, I'll be on. If I can get matched, I'm sure Graham and Mervyn will be trying to get me matched if they can. So, fingers crossed I'll be on. But if not, I'll be matched in Norwich, I guess. So, yeah, just keep working hard in the gym. And if they tell me I'm fighting, I'm fighting. But as soon as I know anything, I'll be the first to let everyone know. So I'll definitely be telling people. With a bit of luck, if I do get a fight away, I can take some of the support that I've managed to get in Norwich with me. That'd be brilliant. I'd love that. That's the true. That shows true support. When people come with you, follow you around the country and stuff like that. I understand some people can't, and it can be a lot of money and stuff. But I'd like to think if I could get a coach arranged and all that, there'd be quite a few come with me, and we can make a bit of noise in another city, take them over.
Yeah, of course they will.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there any dream venues you're looking forward to fighting in, mate?
Yeah, all of them.
Of course, mate.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been to the York Hall quite a few times,
Lovely place.
and that's, it's the British home of boxing, and
Yeah.
I'd love to get an opportunity to fight on a show there. That'd be brilliant. The atmosphere there, it's like a little lion's den with the balconies in so close, looking right over the ring, and people so close on floor level, and it gets so hot in there. I should imagine it's probably quite a horrible place to fight in because it's so hot, it's so stuffy, it's so close. But the atmosphere, second to none. I'd love to experience that. I'd love to experience it all. The stuffiness, the hotness, the difficult times, the loud crowd, everything. I'd love to do that. That's what boxing's all about. It's the hard grit, determination of it all. The passion. So I'd love to fight there. But all the big venues, I'd love to fight on any of them. You got the O2, you got the MEN Arena, all them sorts of places. I'm a professional boxer. I'd sit there and watch the shows on TV, and I can only sort of dream what that would feel like walking out in front of thousands of people. That'd be unreal. But I'm more than happy with St Andrew's Hall in Norwich with all the Norwich faithful there. That is my O2. That is my York Hall. They make so much noise, mate, and get right behind me. So I'm happy with Norwich, buddy.
The thing I come across with local fans is that they appreciate being there from the start, and you just don't know if you started on the road, if you have this great support still.
Yeah, you just don't know. There's no way you can tell. I'd like to think so. I've got a lot of good friends, and even though I'm not able to be as sociable with people as I'd like, because obviously I'm always training. I've got my family. I want to spend as much time with them as possible. I work, so I don't really get to see so many people, but they still, even though I don't get to see them or talk to them as much as I'd like, or anywhere near as much as I'd like, they still turn up fight night to come and support me, so maybe they would still be as supportive, I don't know, but all I know is they are supporting me, and like I say, I can't thank them enough, and it just wouldn't be half as enjoyable, or I would be motivated because it's just who I am, but I mean, I wouldn't be as half as spurred on without them there, and it's brilliant.
As we said, we've got some great staff at the Kickstock Gym, but being a fan of the sport as well, how does it feel to look over in your corner on a fight night and see two legends like John Faxton and Graham Everett in your corner?
Yeah, immense, mate. It's weird because you live in the moment, aren't you? I've got a scrapbook. This is putting together with all pictures, snippets, newspaper cutouts and stuff like that, and there's pictures of me with John and Graham and stuff, and them in my corner and in the gym and all that. And don't get me wrong, I'm loving it and I appreciate it, I do. But I think when it's all said and done, and in a few years when I'm sitting there with my kids and my grandkids or whatever, and I look back, I think that's when it will really hit home with the enormity of what we're doing and who I've got around me and stuff. For now, they're my coaches, they're my managers. I respect them, and they're my friends too. And so for now, that is what it is. But I think in years to come, that's when I'll look back and realise exactly what it is we're done.
Exactly, mate. Living the dream. It's a hard question to answer here, Zaiphan, but I'm going to ask it anyway. How far do you think you're off them Southern area titles?
Oh, I don't know. Like I say, I'm still a novice. I think I'm always going to call myself a novice because I'm always learning. I'm always improving and I'm always getting better. Whether I'm at Southern area title level just yet, I don't know. Probably not just yet, but I don't think I'm far off, mate. I don't think I'm very far off at all. All I've got to do is just keep trying and keep learning. I always say it, onwards, upwards, always. All I can do is listen, take it on board, and do what I'm told. And if it comes off, then great. If I'm going to be good enough, I will be, and it'll happen. But personally, I don't think I'm too far away at all. But we'll see. And like I say, as always, all that sort of stuff. It's all down to Mervyn and Graham. They'll sort all that out for me. And when they think I'm ready, I'm sure that'll happen 100%. If they can't get you the Southern area title fight, no one can. So if it doesn't happen, it's simply because I'm not good enough. And I think I will be.
So when you turn pro, Zaiphan, was there any short-term, long-term goals you set yourself?
Yeah, my honest truth is I wanted to win a title because I'm a professional boxer, but I'm also a realist, and honestly, I wanted to become a professional boxer, and at the end of my career, be able to say I had a 50-50, win ratio. At least I won half my fights. I didn't get into it for the money. I didn't get into it because I thought I was going to be a world champion or anything like that. You know, like I say, I'm a realist. You know, that's not likely to happen. But I just wanted to have a go. I love fighting, so I just wanted to have a go and say, you know, and live the life and really dedicate myself to it and win half my fights. You know, and just say, look, yeah, I was a semi-decent professional, and you know, so now it's going better than I could ever dreamed of. But it's like anything. Once you get something, you want more, don't you? So I'm not going to settle ever. You know, I'm not going to settle. You know, there were people, and there was times when I fought it, and you know, there was definitely plenty of people who was like, "There's no chance that Z is ever going to be a professional fighter. There's no chance he could make a professional fighter. He's never going to get there." You know, and I thought that at times. You know, because it's like you're banging your head against the wall, but boom, all of a sudden you're a professional fighter, you know, through the hard work and determination of, you know, that you've put in, and everyone in the gym. I became a professional boxer, and then, you know, people were saying, "Oh, he's going to get smashed. I can't believe," you know, and then boom, I don't think I've hardly been, you know, it's so hard to put into words, you know, like I'm doing so much better than I thought I would do, and then so many people thought I would do, you know. So you can't just settle for what you have. You've always got to push yourself. Otherwise, you'll never get better. You'll never improve, and you'll never reach the top level that you can, you know. So I'm just going to keep not settling and keep believing that I can go further all the time. So we'll see where it gets me, you know.
I think that's a great mindset to have, and I wish you all the best of that, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Is that in your style, Zaiphan? Is that anything you've like mimicked or stolen bits off of people over the years?
It's hard to say. I think there's very few fighters out there that can say that everything they do is theirs. You know, there's very few. I mean, I watch so much boxing, whether it's old, new, you know, everything. And there's people that I look at, and yeah, you do try stuff that they do. Some of it works, some of it don't. Some of it you sort of adapt to suit you, and yeah, I mean, the likes of, you know, I'm going to say it now, there's a lot of hate for this man, but I have to say, you know, I thought he was incredible, and that's Floyd Mayweather. I mean, his defence was, you know, that would mesmerise me. People used to say he's not entertaining, but when you see someone's defence be that good, that to me was just entertainment, you know, just, and, you know, I think I took, don't get me wrong, please don't think I'm comparing myself to Floyd Mayweather, because I'm not, but, you know, you used to watch him do some of that, and, you know, that rubs off on you, like, right, I'm going to work on my defence. Look how good that is. I want my defence to be that good, you know, and you work on that. And I think it's the same with other stuff, you know. You see someone attacking, like the ferociousness of someone like Nigel Benn or Mike Tyson, or the, you know, the subtlety of someone so big like Muhammad Ali, you know. He's doing these things that make it look so easy for such a big man, you know, and you try and sort of put that into your game. You take bits off everyone, you know, but it's everyone's stuff but my way. That's the best way to explain it, mate, really. Yeah. And of course, whatever Graham tells me to do, I was going to cloak round the area with the mats or whatever, you know. And the same with John, you know. If I don't do what he tells me to do, he starts shouting at me, you know. So
they keep you on your toes, don't they?
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. You know, they're Darren, John, and Graham. You know, they're the bosses, mate. At the end of the day, and they know what they're doing. So, you know, I got complete faith in them. And, you know, look what they've done with me. I was nothing. I was no one. I was just an unlicensed fighter, very raw, and I'd like to think that I'm getting to become a good boxer, you know, and that's down to them. So.
Since leaving the ring March the 4th, is there any certain areas you've been working on?
No, I think we always just work on a bit of everything, you know. You need a complete game in boxing. There's not, you know, I can't see the point in just working on defence or just working on footwork or just working on attack, and you know, I can't see the point in that, because you need everything in there. So no, we just work on, you know, always keeping the basics there and strong, like, you know, quick hands, good feet, you know, and just good defence, keeping your hands up, and, you know, and all that sort of basics. They've always got to be there, and then you just work other stuff into it, you know, and keeping it right, keeping it simple, and keep stuff that's working, you know, keep on that stuff, because that's what's doing the job for you. So that's all we've been doing.
That's good to hear, mate. Moving on to the fights we've got lined up next. And the next person out is Craig Boxton fighting in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to this bout. It's a cracking matchup. What have you seen of Craig lately? How's he looking?
Yeah, I've seen I've seen Craig sparring at the Kickstop the last few weeks, and he looks dynamite, mate. You know, he looks really strong. Obviously, really up for the fight. Of course, he is, and you know, I really hope he does the job. You know, I really hope he comes back as the English champion, and you know, I might have a sneaky bet on him winning it. You know, I think he will. You know, and he's got every chance. He's had brilliant training, brilliant sparring, and you know, he's a committed lad as well. You know, he's looking to become the English champion. You know, what more motivation there is than that? And he's a top lad. You know, we've had some sparring, but you know, we've had plenty of sparring before. You know, and I've learnt loads off Craig. He's a good fighter. You know, and I really hope he does the job. I really do. And I'll be watching and cheering him on, mate, the same as everyone else.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going and watching this one. It's going to be a classic.
Yeah. Good man. Yeah, good man.
Moving on to April 30th, massive showdown at the Copper Box between Ryan Walsh and James Tennyson.
Yeah.
This really does look like a tasty matchup.
It does look a really tasty matchup. You know, on paper it's a great fight, good fight, and I'm sure, you know, he's a tough lad, Tennyson. I can't say I've seen too much of him. I haven't. But, you know, I've heard what people are saying about him, and, you know, on paper, like I say, it's a good fight, but it's Ryan Walsh, and in my opinion, he is the best in the country, so he's going to win. You know, to me, it's as simple as that. He's strong, he's quick, he's powerful, his punch selection's good. He doesn't let you off the hook. He's relentless. He's clever. You know, so I can't see him losing that fight, and he'll win it. In my opinion, but I can't wait to watch it. I think he's going to go on just like Liam, go on and prove that he's world class. You know, Liam's proved he's world class, and I'm sure he'll get his world title shot soon and win that. And I think Ryan will do exactly the same, mate. I really do.
This is what Ryan needs, these competitive matchups, to make him world class as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he had a little time where he wasn't getting fights. I don't think that was his fault. I think that was because people simply didn't want to fight him. You know, he's always ready, mate. He's always training. He'll fight anyone, as he proved when he fought Lee Selby. And you know, a lot of people have said it, and it's true. He didn't lose that by an awful amount, you know, and he didn't get made to look silly at all. And you know, Lee Selby he's elite level, you know, as simple as that. And now Ryan's getting a good run of fights. I think everyone in the country will see just what a top fighter he is, you know. And
having like these British champions and ex-champions around you must spur you on yourself even more.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. You know, you can't. The Kickstop is such a special place, mate. There's so many world-class people there, whether, like you say, whether it's fighters or coaches and stuff. And you take motivation and inspiration from them all. You know, standing next to and talking to someone who's the best in the country, amazing. Talking to someone who's the best in Europe, amazing. Talking to someone who's the best in the world. You know, what more can you ask for out of a gym? So yeah, no, nothing but motivation, and I've got the top respect for them boys. He's a good lad as well, Ryan. You know, he always takes the time out to sort of speak to you and give you pointers, give you tips, and what he thinks and what he thinks of you, what you're fighting, and you know, it's good to have. You know, and he's a top lad, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be another fantastic night for the Walsh brothers. Can you remember the first big fight you watched on the telly, Zaiphan?
Yeah, that's an easy one. 1990. Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank, the first one.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the fight that got me into boxing. That was the first fight I saw. Sitting there with my dad watching it, and I'd seen all the build up, you know, because it was everywhere, wasn't it? It was on the news. It was, you know, they hated each other. So I think Nigel Benn hated him more than Eubank hated Ben. But I mean, the hate it was there. You know, there was real dislike between the two of them, and the hype was everywhere. So the build up was everywhere. And I can remember actually seeing Nigel Benn, you know, running in a local park, because I lived in London at the time, and remember seeing him running in the park. So seeing him running in the park and then seeing him on the news and everything, it got you interested even as a kid. And I watched that fight with my dad, like I say, at his flat, and it just got me, you know, sort of watching these two men go at it like that. That sort of opened my mouth and was like, wow, you know. My dad jumping around like a lunatic, much like I do now when I watch the boxing. That got me. That was the first fight I properly watched, and it's what got me into boxing. You know it's what turned my head to boxing. You know, I sort of realised what a great sport it was. Followed it ever since.
Can you remember the first boxing show you ever went to, Zaiphan? I know it must have been a long time ago.
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
I know,
mate. First boxing show I ever went to.
Don't worry, mate. You can leave it blank if you want. I know it must have been a long time ago, as I said.
No, I honestly, I'm trying to think. I don't know, mate. I've been to a few. I don't know, buddy. I'll have to think about it.
No worries, mate. These questions do put it on the spot.
I say my defence is good. I think I've been hitting the head too much. Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit easier one. What's the best fight you've ever seen?
Again, Nigel Benn Eubank, best fight I've ever. Yeah, I can't go away from that. Really, there's been plenty of good fights. I mean, you know, around the world and domestically, you look at the likes of, you know, the classics like Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti. You know, their trilogy of fights, unbelievable. Yeah, there's all sorts of fights out there that have just been as a neutral to watch. You know, have been incredible. So. Yeah, there's too many to mention really, but I think the very, very best has got to be Benn Eubank 1.
A little bit of world news that I'm asking every person we have on, just to find out their opinion, and see if they see any truth in it themselves, is the fact of pros going back in the Olympics. Like I say, can you see any truth in that, Zaiphan?
I don't know. Again, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but if to have an opinion on it, I can't see the point. Can you? You know, they're already competing at professional level around the world against the supposed best in the world. What's the point of competing in the Olympics? You're already a professional boxer, you know. So I don't really get. What's a professional boxer want with a gold medal? Do you know what I mean? I don't. I'm not putting down the gold medal at all. You're an Olympian. You win it. You know, it's the pinnacle of you know the Olympics. To win a gold medal, I respect it 100%, but I don't see why a professional boxer would want one, because to be a professional boxer, what you want to win is a title, is a belt, you know. So I don't see the point in it, and it's good for the amateurs, you know. They deserve their limelight. They deserve to have something to really, really strive for, and there's nothing better than the Olympics. So I think leave that to the amateurs. Let them have that. That's theirs, you know.
Like I said before, I'm only asking this question because I think obviously it's probably just a publicity stunt for next year's Olympics, but you just don't know in boxing.
Might be, mate. Who knows? Yeah, you might be right. Your stranger things have happened, mate. Yeah, it seems crazy. You know, the Olympics is popular. I watch the Olympics. I love the Olympics. I like all sport, you know. So I don't know why they're doing it, mate. It just seems, I don't know, it seems silly to me, but it's nothing to do with me. So let them crack on.
We'll just have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, see what happens.
Another question here. If you can make one fight on the world stage that doesn't involve your gym mate, what would that be?
Ooh. Yeah, Kovalev Stevenson. I want to see that. What a fight that'd be. I think that'd be a great fight. They're both strong, both powerful. There'd definitely be a knockout somewhere, I think. So yeah, that'd be a great fight to see.
The talk is that'll be Kovalev, Andre Ward first.
Kovalev, yeah, that'd be a good fight as well, because you got obviously Andre Ward is one of the brainiest, most clever fighters there is, you know, and he's class, mate, and he's real class. So, and then Kovalev, who is a very, very good fighter, but unbelievably strong. So you know, there's two different pluses for them both, and it'd be good to see how it pans out. So I'd love to see that. There's loads of fights. There was just mentioned recently was Nicholas Waters against Lomachenko, and I think that would be a great fight. But whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. But I'd love to see it. Another fight I'd love to see. I'm a big Keith Thurman fan. I really do rate him, even though he hasn't fought for a while. I love watching his fights, and you know, I do rate him, and I'd love to see him against one of the top boys of the level, you know, against someone like maybe Brook, or against someone like Khan or Garcia. Yeah, I think that's a great fight. They both bang. But I'd like to see him in there with any of the top boys. I really do like him, so I'd like to see him in there at that top level, you know.
You just mentioned his name then, Amir Khan. He's got a massive fight coming up in May against Saul Alvarez. How do you see that going, Zaiphan?
My honest opinion, if I'm being
completely
honest, I think he's going to get knocked out, mate. I think Amir Khan is. Yeah, I do. I think as soon as Canelo touches his chin, it's all over. But not because he's got a glass chin or whatever. Just the fact is, when he does get caught, he does struggle, you know. And I think Canelo being that big, and he's not just big. He's a good boxer, you know. He's lost one fight, and that was against Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's a good fighter. So and he's definitely good enough to catch Khan and make him pay if he does catch him. And that's what I think is going to happen. But mate, I've been seriously wrong in the past, and Khan might come out and just box his head off, you know. And I wouldn't be any more surprised if that does happen, you know, because Khan is so quick. But I just yeah, I just think Canelo's going to land and hurt him. That's my opinion, you know, but I could be 100% wrong, you know.
I do think Khan's got a chance of beating him.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact if he can keep that pace
Yeah.
up, fighting on the
Yeah.
back foot, running
Yeah.
for the whole 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Or is he just going to get clipped at some point?
That's the thing, you know. He's quick. He is quick. He has got good feet, and Virgil Hunter, you know, seems to have sort of calmed him down a bit, rather than stop him from sort of wading into wars and stuff. You know, seems to have changed his game a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with the right game plan and get the win. But I think Canelo will do it. You know, to be fair. But we'll see. We'll see.
It's a cracking fight.
It's a good fight to watch. Yeah, it's a good fight to watch. It's got everyone talking. You know, everyone was saying that Khan didn't have the bottle to fight Brook, and that's a fight I really wanted to see. Really wanted to see. And everyone was saying he didn't have the bottle, but you can't say he hasn't got bottle if he's fighting someone like Canelo. You know, so hats off to him there taking that fight. It does take bottle. So you know,
and apparently the money's not too dissimilar to Brook, so that's one thing.
No, yeah, there's that too. So yeah, no, I guess he's just a fighter, and he likes fighting over in America and stuff, and likes everything that comes with that. So I guess he's doing that, and yeah, like I say, it's got everyone talking. I'll be watching, mate. So yeah,
Sky box office, of course.
Yeah, I'll be watching. The Sky is skinting me out, mate.
Same here, mate. I'll be remortgage the house again, I reckon. Before we come to the end of the show, Zaiphan, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, of course. I can't thank everyone who's come to support me enough. They've been brilliant, right from the start to the finish. Always come making noise, always getting right behind me, wishing me well, whether it be on social media or on the phone. You know, just phenomenal, mate. And yeah, they've been great. And obviously, everyone at the Kickstop, Graham Everett, John Faxton, Darren Bunn, really, you know, they really put the time and effort in with me. And you know, as much as I train hard and I'm always on the go, they're the ones who never stop as well. They're working just as hard as I am, and that's, you know, that's showing now in the performances. And also, I've got a great team of sponsors behind me, mate. They help me so much with my training and everything, and it just wouldn't. I could not compete at this level if it wasn't for their help. You know, I couldn't be anywhere near as good as what I'm getting without their help. You know, that is Rebel Inc. Tattoo Studios, Bobby Dazzler's Clean and Limited, DSW, Doors Plus, Ultimate Fight Outlet, and Norfolk Football. They've been great for me, and the Surrey Tavern as well. You know, they've been. There's a bit of a list there, but they've been great. But they've been great. Yeah, I know. Yeah, walking around like a billboard. But no, listen, I happily advertise them and do anything that they want me to do for them, because they do the same back to me, mate. They really do. You know, whether that be providing gear, supplements, you know, training wear, running shoes, a bit of financial help here and there that I need, you know, stuff for your medical and everything, you know, and support on the night as well. Just everything, you know, everything you need to be a professional athlete, they're there for you, you know. And you know, I don't just have anyone as my sponsor. You know, I think people think that, you know, if someone turns up and says, "Oh, we'll sponsor you," that you're just going to say, "Yeah," but that's not true. Look, I've got people on board that I respect, and people on board that are genuinely trying to be the best at what they do too. So you know, and that's genuine. I'd urge anyone to look at my sponsors, and if they need any of their services, get in touch with them, because they're great, you know. And Alter Ego Hair and Beauty, I nearly forgot them, and they're one of my best sponsors. I don't say there's too much of a list. Or you know, great. I always go and see them for my massages and stuff, and you know, I swear by them. They've been brilliant. You know, they all have, and yeah, no, thank you to them all. You know, I just thanks everyone. You know, I'm loving life, mate. I really am, and it couldn't be going any better. And that's thanks to every single person involved, right from the bottom up, mate. You know, and I'm just grateful.
Great stuff. One thing I do notice when I come to the city, Zaiphan, is your face on the back of that taxi. That is great stuff.
Yeah, check that out. But yeah,
yeah, it's brilliant publicity.
No, oh mate, yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, it's a bit surreal. And that was down to Rebel Inc. Tattoo and Pearson Lounge. They done that for us, and yeah, they got a black cab. My ugly mug is plastered all over the back of it, mate. Yeah, no, that's great. What publicity, you know, and they done that off their own backs. They didn't have to do that, you know, and they did, you know, just because they're my sponsors and they saw it as their duty, and I can't thank them enough, you know. And like I say, they've all been brilliant, you know. Like I say, right from the start, they've been with me, and yeah, like you know, I can't believe that so many different people, different types of people, different people really help me and come together like they have. And yeah, no, it's just been great, mate.
And of course, the great photography work of Jerry Dawes and Norwich Boxing TV.
Yeah, Jerry Dawes. Yeah, Jerry Dawes, he takes a great picture, you know. He takes pictures of us training in the gym. He's took some pictures with me and my sponsors and stuff. He takes a great picture. He's you know, he's got his own photography stuff, still focused. Like I say, he takes a brilliant picture. All the pictures that you see pretty much of me boxing and stuff, 9 out of 10 times has come from Jerry Dawes. You know, when you see him in the EDP or the Evening News, again, 9 out of 10 times they come from Jerry. You know, he's a top photographer and he's a good guy, you know. And yeah, can't thank him enough as well for all the publicity help he's done. And Norwich Boxing TV, mate, they have been incredible. You know, when they started up and they started doing what they're doing, there was no one around really sort of taking much notice. You know, there was people taking notice of the likes of the Walshes and Sam Sexton and stuff, obviously, because they're top level. You know, so you've got to take notice. You can't not take notice of them. But I mean, the rest of the boys and all that, you know, it's hard because we're seen as in the, you know, the backside end of nowhere in Norwich, and it's hard to get sort of noticed and hard to get a bit of publicity and coverage and stuff. And you know, they've been there covering us, giving us publicity and giving us a voice, and you know, getting us out there and getting the people of Norwich to see what's on their doorstep, to see what we're doing, you know, and see what's happening, and not just Norwich, but you know, surrounding as well. And no, they've been brilliant. They're good guys, and they do everything they can to help us and get us out there. So, you know, a massive thank you to them, and they do a top job. You know, they really do. And then the likes of yourself, you know, you I keep saying sort of, you know, interviews with yourself and stuff popping up on social media and that, and it's great, mate. You know, so thank you. We need a voice, you know, and we need our voices to be heard and so people see what we're doing, you know, because we're not, you know, we're doing good stuff in that kickstart gym. It's a phenomenal gym, mate, and it deserves more coverage. It does, you know, for the work that everyone puts in there. If that gym was in the middle of London, many people have said it, if that gym was in the middle of London, that'd be on TV every single weekend, and that's the thing.
When that side of it comes, all the cameras and all that, you probably appreciate it more if you hadn't been around it the whole time.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Look, I'm not moaning about it. I'm not whinging about it. It is what it is. It's just one thing. So, you know, it'd be nice to have more coverage, but, you know, look, the fact that we didn't have more coverage gives guys like you the opportunity to get involved, and, you know, it's been great speaking to you. It's been, you know, really good speaking to the boys from Norwich Boxing as well. So, you know, it's their loss, I guess.
I appreciate them kind words, Zaiphan. And I appreciate you giving up your time tonight, mate. I've enjoyed every second of speaking to you, and I'd like to get you back on the show soon. Yeah,
thanks a lot, mate. I really appreciate it. Like I say, it's been a pleasure talking to you, mate. And yeah, I'll speak to you again soon.
Same here, mate. Brilliant. I'll catch you later, mate.
Take care, mate. Cheers.
Ciao.